was growing up, it never really occurred to me that the tuna, which to me were the fish that came in these small tins that my mum would buy or when we'd go out shopping, are actually some of the most special animals around. But unfortunately, they're also some of the most prized for food, and over the last few decades, tuna have become endangered due to overfishing. So, some fishermen, in their attempt to make sure they don't completely go extinct, is to keep tuna in large pens like this, but also some more eco-friendly ways of protecting tuna is if you ever go out to get tuna, make sure you buy your pole and line caught tuna, because that means that they don't take entire shoals out of the sea, so they only take one or two, and they're more, and it's a lot easier for them to be protected. But also, pole and line caught fish are a lot nicer tasting, because when they're caught in nets, fish quite often secrete an oil that to defend themselves, which tastes a bit blech. But yeah, these animals are both enormous and incredibly fast, and if I was a tuna, well, if I was a sardine, then they would be my living nightmare. And here is their range in Australia. I mean, tuna are found all over the world. Now, the next animals I'm going to show you are creatures from Australia that went extinct many years ago. The first one is a giant relative of the Komodo dragon. And I can't quite pronounce this creature's name, but it was the largest lizard that has ever lived. It grew to be 7 meters long, weighed probably more than a ton, and it was the ancestor of the Komodo dragon. Of course, this here is the Diprotodon, which was a giant wombat, and that was the giant kangaroo, and this I think was some sort of giant waterfowl. I'm not entirely sure, but unfortunately those 4 animals here, they died out when the Aboriginal people came to Australia because they decimated much of the megafauna, giant mammals in Australia before they learned to adapt and live alongside them. But the last one here was an animal that only went extinct about 90 years ago. It was a thylacine, or Tasmanian wolf, and that was the largest carnivorous marsupial, and it lived on the island of Australia for millennia. But just over 200 years ago, Europeans arrived with livestock and guns, and they decimated much of Australia's unique wildlife, and the Tasmanian wolf was systematically hunted to extinction by humans. In fact, this was the last known animal that died in a zoo in Tasmania in 1936, and that marked a new low in our relationship with the natural world. I hope you've all enjoyed, and if you did, then please drop a comment down below and also check out my other videos. Thank you. Bye.